Have you ever thought that once you hit 50, long hair simply isn't for you anymore? That question has been whispered in beauty salons, over coffee with friends, and in quiet moments of self-reflection by countless women. For decades, there's been this unspoken rule. As we age, we're expected to cut our hair short, keep it neat, and step quietly out of the spotlight. But here's the truth: age doesn't define your style. You do. Your hair is more than strands of keratin. It's history, it's identity. It's the soft silhouette in an old photograph, the scent of the shampoo your mother used, the way a breeze caught your hair the day you fell in love. Every silver strand tells a story, and every wave carries the grace and strength of the life you've lived. To let it shine isn't holding on to youth, it's claiming your presence. I've met women at 55, 60, even 70 who radiate elegance without trying to look younger. Their beauty doesn't come from defying age, it comes from embracing it fully. One wore her silver hair in a soft twist for her daughter's wedding. Another let her braid fall gently over one shoulder during a weekend lunch. A third, with nothing but a clean, deep side part, carried a quiet confidence that turned heads without a single word. What makes them unforgettable isn't just their hairstyle, it's the way they own it. For so long, many of us have been told what's appropriate for our age. But elegance isn't about following rules. It's about expressing who you are, your wisdom, your grace, your spirit. And yes, your hair can be one of the most powerful tools to do that. Today, I'm going to share 5 simple yet beautifully sophisticated hairstyles designed for women over 50 who want to look and feel effortlessly elegant. These aren't complicated salon creations. They're everyday styles you can do yourself, polished, flattering, and full of personality. This is more than a tutorial. It's an invitation to see your hair not as something you need to tame or hide, but as something that belongs to you entirely. A reflection of the woman you've become. A quiet statement of confidence. Let's begin. 1. Low twist bun. Low twist bun has always been one of the most timeless, elegant hairstyles for women over 50. It's light, easy to create, and instantly elevates your entire look without needing hours in front of a mirror. This soft, low bun sits at the nape of the neck and gives a naturally graceful silhouette that works for almost any occasion: morning coffee with friends, a dinner out, or a family celebration. It doesn't try to make you look younger. It allows you to look and feel beautiful exactly at the age you are. For women over 50, hair isn't just about appearance. It reflects changes happening beneath the surface. According to the American Academy of Dermatology, about 50% of women notice increased dryness, thinning, or breakage in their hair after menopause due to a natural decline in estrogen. That's why how you prepare your hair before styling is just as important as the style itself. A few sprays of a lightweight hydrating mist or a drop of argan oil before gathering your hair can make a significant difference. It keeps strands flexible, prevents breakage, and adds a healthy, polished finish to the bun. The beauty of this bun is its effortlessness. Gather your hair loosely at the nape, twist it gently, and secure it with a soft clip or pins. The key is not to pull too tight. A slightly loose shape softens facial features, gives the neck a longer, more elegant line, and brings out the natural shine of silver or sultan pepper hair. A few soft strands framing the face create an even more flattering effect, especially around areas where skin may have softened with age. Margaret, 65, shared her story with me after her 40th wedding anniversary. She said, "I wasn't trying to look young. I just wanted to feel beautiful at this age." That night, she wore a simple low twist bun and a pair of pearl earrings she'd owned for decades. She told me she felt more confident walking into that room than she had in years. This is the power of a hairstyle that doesn't fight time, it embraces it. Many women in this age group worry that tying their hair back makes them look older. The truth is, it's not the bun that ages you, it's the tension and harsh styling that does. A soft, low bun breathes. It moves with you. It respects the texture and character your hair has gained over the years. Another important factor is comfort. As we age, hand strength and shoulder mobility can change. Choosing a lightweight clip with an easy grip can make styling simple, even on tired mornings. No heat, no complicated techniques, just a calm and elegant way to wear your hair. When your hair is styled in this way, it's not about trying to recapture youth. It's about honoring the woman you've become. This style says, I still care, without shouting, I'm trying too hard. Think about the moments in your life when this style might fit. A dinner where you want to feel effortlessly put together. A quiet Sunday morning when you want to look in the mirror and see someone elegant and strong. A milestone celebration where you show up fully as yourself. The low twist bun isn't just a hairstyle, it's a statement of self-assurance and ease. And once you've mastered it, it often becomes a go-to look, not because it hides your age, but because it lets your confidence shine through it. From here, it's easy to transition into other soft, feminine looks that honor both your hair and your story. One of the most beloved styles. 2. Soft side braid. A soft side braid is more than just a simple hairstyle. It's a quiet way of saying, I'm still here and I feel beautiful exactly as I am. At first glance, it looks effortless. A gentle braid resting over the shoulder, a few soft strands framing the face, and a natural, airy finish. But behind that effortless beauty lies a subtle power. Unlike a sleek bun that speaks of elegance and formality, a soft side braid carries a sense of softness, warmth, and approachability. It draws people in not because it's loud, but because it feels personal. For women over 50, this style is more than a trend. It's a reflection of how beauty evolves. Hair often becomes finer, drier, or less voluminous with age. According to the American Academy of Dermatology, more than 55% of women over 50 notice their hair texture changing after menopause, often becoming more fragile and prone to breakage. Instead of fighting these changes, a soft braid works with them. It lets your hair be exactly what it is and turns that natural texture into something effortlessly elegant. The process is simple, but the effect can be surprisingly powerful. Start by gently brushing through your hair to remove tangles. Sweep it over one shoulder, whichever side feels most natural. Begin braiding loosely, letting the strands overlap softly rather than tightly pulling them together. Once you reach the end, secure the braid with a gentle tie. Here's where the magic happens. Gently tug the braid apart with your fingertips, pulling just enough to give it volume and softness. This small detail can make the difference between a hairstyle that looks done and one that feels alive. If your hair is fine or silver, a touch of lightweight mousse or texturizing spray can help add grip and shape without stiffness. It keeps the braid from unraveling while maintaining movement and softness. And when silver strands catch the light in a braid, they don't disappear, they shimmer. That natural contrast creates a soft halo effect around your face, adding brightness without a single drop of dye. This style also carries a quiet storytelling quality. Linda, 58, once shared that she used to think braids were only for young women. But one spring morning, as she was preparing for her granddaughter's birthday party, she decided to try something new. She pulled her shoulder-length silver hair into a loose side braid. She didn't expect much, but the moment she saw her reflection, something shifted. I didn't just like how I looked, she told me. I felt lighter, softer, like I was reconnecting with a part of myself I'd left behind. That day she received more compliments than she had in years, not because the hairstyle was extravagant, but because it felt authentically her. The soft side braid also opens a door to playful, unexpected variations. You can tuck in a silk ribbon to add a touch of color, weave in a thin pearl strand for an elegant evening, or let a few wisps of hair fall around your face for a romantic, undone look. These small details keep the style from feeling repetitive and make it easy to adapt for different moods and occasions. But beyond its appearance, this hairstyle does something deeper. It creates a moment of connection. When you wear your hair in a braid like this, people don't just see the braid, they feel something. There's a softness, a kind of quiet confidence that draws them in. It's a reminder that beauty isn't only about youth, it's about presence. If you've ever found yourself hesitating to try a new style because you felt it was too youthful, this is the perfect place to begin. A braid like this doesn't pretend. It doesn't erase time, it honors it. It makes space for the years you've lived and the woman you've become. And here's a thought to keep in mind. The moment someone sees you with this soft braid, they're not counting years. They're noticing how your hair catches the light, how relaxed you look, and how naturally the style suits you. So imagine this. You've just braided your hair loosely over one shoulder, added a touch of mousse, maybe tucked in a soft ribbon. You step out for a casual lunch or perhaps an evening event. Someone looks at you, not at the braid, but at the woman wearing it. And in that moment, you feel quietly powerful. This is exactly why this style keeps people watching. It's not a technical tutorial. It's a reminder that beauty at this stage of life is about presence, warmth, and personal grace. And if you're feeling intrigued now, that's exactly the point, because the next hairstyle isn't just another look. It's a way to bring even more movement, light, and shape to your hair without sacrificing ease. Coming up next is a style that's universally flattering, frames the face beautifully, and has just enough movement to make every day feel a little more special. 3. Half-up twisted crown. The half-up twisted crown is the kind of hairstyle that doesn't need to shout to make an impact. It's graceful, regal in its own quiet way, and it has a unique ability to lift the entire face without a single harsh line. When done softly, it frames the eyes, defines the cheekbones, and gives an effortless sense of youthfulness. Not the kind that tries to turn back time, but the kind that radiates from within. For many women over 50, this style holds a special charm because it walks the line between casual and elegant. It's polished enough for a formal event, yet soft enough for everyday wear. Unlike tight updos that can pull on delicate strands, the twisted crown respects the hair's natural texture. And at this stage in life, that matters more than ever. According to a 2023 hair health report by the National Institutes of Health, about 60% of women experience reduced hair volume after menopause, particularly at the crown and temples. That's why the subtle lift and framing effect of this hairstyle can be so flattering. It gives structure without strain. To create it, part your hair as you normally would, then take a small section from each side. Gently twist the strands backward, letting them stay soft and airy instead of pulling too tight. Secure the two twisted pieces at the back of your head with discreet pins or a small clip, letting the rest of your hair fall naturally over your shoulders. If your hair is fine or tends to fall flat, lightly teasing the crown before twisting can create a subtle lift that opens up your face and balances your profile. There's something undeniably empowering about this look. Maybe it's because it mimics a crown without actually needing one. Eleanor, 62, told me she wore this hairstyle to her son's engagement dinner. "I've never liked the idea of trying to look younger," she said. "But that night, I looked in the mirror and thought, yes, this is me. I don't need a crown, I already feel like a queen." She paired it with simple pearl earrings and a navy dress, but what people remembered most was how radiant she looked. This style has another advantage: it's forgiving. If your hair has thinned slightly or lost some of its bounce, the twist and lift at the crown can give the illusion of volume and movement. If your hair has gone silver, it reflects light beautifully, making the twist more visible and adding natural dimension. And if your hair is dyed, the layers of color show through in a way that looks soft and intentional. But beyond the technique, the twisted crown carries a subtle story. It speaks of poise and confidence, of a woman who doesn't need to overcomplicate beauty to make it her own. It's the hairstyle of someone who has lived fully and knows exactly who she is. It's elegant without being precious, timeless without feeling stuck in the past. And if you want to add a personal touch, the options are endless. A small clip with a vintage design, a silk ribbon threaded through the twist, a few loose strands framing the face for a romantic finish. These little details make the hairstyle feel uniquely yours and keep it from ever looking generic. As you run your fingers through the twist, you might notice how soft and comfortable it feels. No pulling, no stiffness, just a gentle lift that lets your features shine. And when you catch your reflection, it's not the hairstyle that stands out, it's the woman wearing it. Think of it as a quiet invitation to experiment, to play, to remind yourself that beauty doesn't fade with age, it deepens. And just as this half-up crown gives structure without overwhelming your hair, the next style does something similar in an entirely different way. 4. Simple clipped updo. The simple clipped updo may seem like the easiest of all the hairstyles, but that's exactly why it's so powerful. It's clean, quick, and practical, yet when done with intention, it carries a quiet elegance that doesn't need embellishment. This is the kind of hairstyle that doesn't ask for hours of preparation. It simply elevates your presence in a matter of minutes. It's the look many women rely on for everyday outings, casual dinners, or spontaneous moments when they want to feel polished without overthinking it. Unlike tight buns or intricate twists, The clipped updo is soft and forgiving, making it ideal for women over 50 whose hair texture may have changed with time. According to the American Academy of Dermatology, women in their 50s and 60s often experience increased scalp sensitivity due to hormonal shifts and reduced oil production, which can make heavy accessories or overly tight hairstyles uncomfortable. That's why the choice of clip matters. Lightweight, wide-toothed clips create secure hold without unnecessary tension on fragile strands. To achieve this look, start by gathering your hair loosely at the back as if preparing for a low ponytail. Gently twist it upward and secure it with a large, lightweight clip. The goal isn't perfection. It's a soft, natural structure that feels comfortable. Let a few face-framing strands fall naturally around the cheeks and jawline to soften the overall look. This single detail transforms what could be a plain style into something graceful and quietly sophisticated. It's also a look that gives back time. Mary, 61, lives in Santa Barbara and wears her hair in a clipped-up dough almost daily. "I love how it takes me less than 2 minutes," she told me. "Even on days when I feel tired. This simple hairstyle makes me look like I tried, and sometimes that's enough to shift my mood." She often pairs it with a linen blouse and pearl studs. Nothing extravagant, just a clear sense of ease and quiet confidence. What sets this style apart is its balance between effortlessness and structure. It pulls the hair away from the face, opening up your features and elongating the neckline, but because it's not tightly secured, it doesn't create harsh lines or discomfort. If your hair is fine or thinning, twisting loosely instead of pulling tightly can create the illusion of more volume while keeping the scalp comfortable. For women who color their hair, this style beautifully reveals highlights and dimension. For women with natural gray or silver strands, the twist can catch and reflect light, giving the hair a soft, almost luminous effect. And if your hair has natural waves or texture, letting a few strands escape around the face makes the updo look intentional rather than accidental. There's also something psychologically powerful about this hairstyle. When your hair is off your face, you stand a little taller. Your posture shifts. You look more present. Many women say it gives them the same boost as putting on a nice pair of earrings or a favorite blazer, not because it's flashy, but because it feels put together. And just because it's simple doesn't mean it has to be predictable. If you want to elevate it, a tortoiseshell clip or a minimalist gold clasp can turn an everyday updo into something chic enough for dinner out. A soft silk scarf tucked into the twist adds a playful touch. A small, discreet hairpin can make it evening appropriate in seconds. This style has been especially beloved by women over 60 in California, not just because it's easy, but because it fits seamlessly into their lives. It's perfect for running errands, walking along the beach, or heading to a casual brunch, but it can also transition beautifully into more formal settings with just a few thoughtful touches. When you wear your hair this way, people don't notice the technique, they notice you. They see a woman who carries herself with ease, who isn't trying too hard, but also isn't fading into the background. The simple clipped up dough is less about styling and more about how it makes you feel, polished, poised, and ready to step out the door in just a few minutes. And as the story of your hair continues, each style builds upon the last. From the soft braid to the twisted crown and now this effortless updo, it's clear. Elegance at this age isn't about complicated routines. It's about simplicity, comfort, and the kind of quiet beauty that only comes with confidence. Up next is a softly layered cut, a style that gives movement, bounce, and a touch of modern energy to every look. 5. Straight and free with deep side part. There's something undeniably elegant about wearing your hair down, straight, and parted deeply to one side. It's simple, it's powerful, and for many women over 50, it's the most freeing hairstyle of all. Unlike buns, twists, or braids, this look doesn't rely on clips or pins, it lets your hair simply be. But make no mistake, simplicity doesn't mean plain. A deep side part changes everything. It adds lift at the roots, frames the face beautifully, and brings a sense of effortless sophistication. For women in their 50s and 60s, this style has a quiet kind of rebellion. So often, society expects us to cut it short, to tone it down, to blend in. But choosing to wear your hair down, especially if it's silver or naturally graying, is a statement. It says, I'm not hiding, I'm here. A 2022 AARP survey found that 67% of women over 50 who embraced their natural gray hair reported feeling more confident, not less. There's power in that choice. The process itself couldn't be simpler. Start with clean, dry hair. Use a blow dryer on low heat to gently smooth out any frizz without flattening the hair. Then, create a deep side part, starting above the arch of your eyebrow and guiding it back with a fine-tooth comb or your fingers. Instantly, you'll notice your features open up and your cheekbones seem more defined. A touch of shine serum or lightweight hair oil at the ends keeps the hair soft and polished without weighing it down. This is also one of the most flattering styles for women with naturally silver or sultan pepper hair. The way light catches the strands creates a subtle glow around the face. It's elegant, but it doesn't scream for attention. It whispers, and sometimes that quiet confidence is louder than anything else. Gloria, 55, is a perfect example. After decades of dyeing her hair, she decided to let it grow out naturally. She remembers the first day she wore it straight and parted deep to the side. I stepped outside, and for the first time in years, I didn't feel like I was performing, she said. I felt like myself. Her silver hair shimmered in the sunlight, and though no one said a word, the way people looked at her said everything. It wasn't the hair alone, it was the way she carried it. One of the most beautiful things about this style is its adaptability. You can wear it with a cashmere sweater and jeans for a soft, everyday elegance, or pair it with statement earrings and a bold lip for a dinner out. It doesn't demand effort, it amplifies what's already there. If your hair is fine, the deep part gives instant volume at the crown. If your hair is thick or wavy, it creates movement and flow. And if your hair is thinning, the asymmetry naturally draws the eye, making it appear fuller. Many women tell me they save this style for special days. But honestly, it's just as perfect for everyday life. Whether you're running errands, going on a weekend getaway, or enjoying a slow morning at home, letting your hair down this way can be an act of self-expression. And the older we get, the more precious those small acts become. What's special here isn't the technique, it's the feeling it creates. When your hair moves freely, something inside you loosens up too. Your posture shifts, your energy lifts, you're not covering or controlling anything, you're allowing your beauty to just exist. So as you stand in front of the mirror, part your hair deep, let it fall softly around your face and notice what happens. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about owning your presence, every strand, every shade, every year, and the best part, you don't need anyone to tell you you're beautiful, you'll already feel it. Because at this stage in life, beauty isn't about impressing others. It's about living boldly, comfortably, and fully, exactly as you are. And sometimes all it takes is a simple side part and the courage to wear your hair exactly the way you love it. And just like that, we've come full circle. 5 simple hairstyles, not to turn you into someone else, but to help you look in the mirror and smile at the incredible woman who's always been there. This isn't about hiding your age. It's about honoring it, celebrating it, wearing it with quiet confidence. Long hair has no expiration date. Beauty at 50, 60, or 70 isn't about chasing youth. It's about radiating strength and grace in your own way. A hairstyle is just a frame. You are the masterpiece. So tomorrow morning, choose one of these styles, whichever one makes your heart feel light, and try it. Let your hair become a statement of who you are, wise, elegant, and wonderfully alive. And if there's a story behind your hair, a memory, a moment that still makes you smile, share it. Because your story might be the spark that reminds another woman she's still luminous. Remember this, turning 50 isn't a period at the end of a sentence. It's the beginning of a radiant new chapter, one where your beauty is defined entirely by you. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you found inspiration here, I'd love to have you back. There are so many more tips, styles, and heartfelt conversations waiting for us. Until then, stay elegant, stay confident, and never be afraid to let your beauty shine. I'll see you in the next video.